live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, giving out free picks in a bunch of different places. Both of our websites, pickdogs.com, sportschatplace.com. Of course, I do YouTube videos as well. Not on every game out there, but on a lot of the games. I don't cover NHL, so I'm not going to sit there and fake it like some of the other guys do. But what I do is, I do the sports I know, and I do the best I can. I don't think my video picks were so good yesterday, but I think overall, I know they kill it, but I think yesterday was just not a good day for me. Those days happen, as long as they're few and far between, like they have been in March. So, anyways, we've got the beginning of the college basketball tournaments today, so it's exciting, with the NIT kicking off. And then we've got, of course, tomorrow, the NCAA tournament, all 4 play-in games on the same night this year. A little weird format for that NCAA tournament. I have not put in any NCAA tournaments. I heard Rod Zawacki on the drive-thru yesterday take a shot at me, and I didn't say anything in the comments or anything, but that's okay. He had his March Madness package for like $200. He knew I was pissed, so he put it for $175. I'm not even sure what the hell
I saw that. I was watching.
I'm not even sure what the hell he was thinking, but I don't know.
We're gonna make some money. That's what I was thinking.
It's like it's ridiculously cheap price, so let's lower it.
I'm 150 today. I put it at 150 just to beat Rod. No, I didn't do that. I'm still at 200. But I was going to do it.
I'm at 2.25 for March Madness.
And I think it'll be 125. And
I think it's a very fair deal. 225. So I get a lot of emails. I mean, we're going to get into the games in a second. I'm just going to give everyone a chance to join us because we have been changing the times around. So I just want to, give everyone a second. So people are like, oh, man, get to the picks and all that other stuff. And I get it, Believe me, I'm going to try a little harder to be more focused on the picks. And, well, we're still gonna do what we do. But, just some of the things that I notice, as far as, like, customer service issues and things like that with the picks. I think that a lot of people, they like the idea of getting the deep discount and buying the week, and then it's like, if they don't have a good week or something, then they expect it to be treated as if it's, they paid the guaranteed price, and it's like, I just want everyone to win. I don't even care. I end up eating, the money a lot of the time, but it's I get it, It's like paying to lose is not fun. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I think most of the time, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of happy customers. I also got some emails about people, about the premium YouTube and the recurring. We have no control over that. So I don't know if anyone has tried to contact YouTube with any of the questions or issues that they've had. But I'm sure there's some sort of thing out there. There's some kind of help. It has to be, right, for YouTube. I don't know. I have no idea. As a creator, there's help. There's not a lot of help, but there's help. They have all sorts of like tutorials and stuff like that for help. But it's like to get a live breathing person. Like I had someone that was copying my name, and like breaking basically my copyright and trademark, which I have trademarks, and copyrights and all that stuff. And it was like, I waited on hold, and I called and all that stuff, and they said, you have to send an email to legal at, whatever. It was like, all that, it's like I jumped through hoop after hoop, press 6, press 9, sounded like you said, you dropped the puck, or, what the puck, or it sounded like you said,
That's the world we live in today.
Sounded like you said Pete Schmidt, it's like whatever. And, then I get there and it's like a 2-second thing. It's like, you need to call legal. Try to call them.
By the time you get somebody on the phone, you're so mad and frustrated, you want to rip their heads off.
Yeah, exactly. I tried calling Bank of America yesterday. They just put me on hold for about an hour and 45 minutes. Like, they didn't even ask if I wanted to call back. They didn't say, like, well, it's going to be about an hour and 45 minutes. I mean, I finally gave up. I tapped out. I don't know if that's what they're like hoping I'm going to do, but I just tapped
At least
out.
you didn't wait on hold, and then they tell you, hey, you need to come into the bank for this, and then you go to the bank, and then they tell you that you need to call the number for this, and then.
No, what they do is they let you put your business accounts and personal accounts and everything under one umbrella. And then when you go to try and do something to use their online banking features, they don't ask you which account you're referring to. So everything gets all mingled, and then everything you have gets blocked. It's basically what happens. Like all my cards are blocked. It's like, my accounts are if people want to deposit money, they'll gladly accept it. But like, and if I want to write a check or something, that I can do that. But it's like, and I could, whatever, probably PayPal or whatever. But the thing is that, like the cards, the bank, some of these like international companies I work with, they require you pay them by wire. So it's like I'm trying to figure out how to do it online. And they're like, verify your card, and it's like, which card? I got like 6 of these things. The hell even knows anymore. Anyways, something happened. I'm gonna guess notifications didn't go out. I screwed up everybody with the time. We just don't have a lot of people watching, but we're gonna get right into it. We've got the NIT starting tonight, and I'm gonna start there because there's just 2 games. And Rod, do you have any opinion on the NIT tonight? Do you have any, number one, do you have any college basketball for sale like that besides your March Madness package, and including, and what do we got as far as what do you think of these 2 games tonight? Not games.
I have one pick in my college, or one pick in my package today, and one that I'm going to give you here today, that I lean today.
Okay.
So for me, my one lean, I'm going to go with St. Mary here. I know you look. I like St. Mary's defense here, and I think they step up and play. I know Western Kentucky's got the better offense, but defense wins championships here, and I feel St. Mary's comes to play. They solid defense here. We keep this close and steal a win at the end here. Give me St. Mary's -2.
Just going to keep mine short and simple. St. Mary's sucks. I like that Western Kentucky mascot, that Hilltopper. It's like kind of like just a red blob. I'm not really sure what the heck it is. Anyone know what that Western Kentucky mascot is supposed to be? It's just a red blob, right? It's just a blob of red. Not really sure. He kind of doesn't have any particular shape to him or anything. He's just red. Brian?
Yeah, I got my college basketball tight.
Can you settle this argument for us?
I don't know what the hell it is, but doesn't matter. It matters how they play in the court. So whatever their mascot is, whatever. I don't get caught up in all that stuff. But I got my college basketball titanium investment. Absolutely love that game, even though it's a NIT. It doesn't matter. The line's telling me should be a layup. And I agree with Mitch. I just think Western Kentucky here is the better team. I can't believe I'm getting +2 points. I don't think I'm going to need it. St. Mary's, they have the better defense. I just think Western Kentucky has the better talent on the roster. So I'll take the 2 points gladly. I don't think it'll be that close of a game. I think Western Kentucky wins by 10.
I think if you wait, you're not going to get the 2 points.
Yep.
I think if you wait, it's going to be one or pick. Or this one could go, because there's only 2 games in college hoops. This could go right through.
Yeah, you could easily see -1.5.
I could see it. I could see it happening by game time.
We'll see.
Yep, we will see. Tomorrow we have 6 games, so we got a much better thing. And even the NIT games tomorrow are good. Plus, SMU Boise and NC State Davidson are 2 good games. And I know Brian's been tailgating for this Drake Wichita game.
I gotta say, I like Drake as I sit here today. I mean, that might change by tomorrow, but I'm liking Drake.
Well, the line movement certainly suggests it, but
we'll see.
As we know, Drake against teams that are come from better divisions, better quadrants, and all that other stuff, give them fits. How about UCLA, Michigan State? I mean, it's like, all right, we got 2 big names. We got to get them in there somehow. And the thing is, no matter what happens with that game, it's like they squeeze 2 TV appearances out of UCLA or Michigan State, and they would have only had 1 each. And now they get them like a front and center game, kind of like the game that everyone will watch. Notice that the timing on the games on Friday for the tournament this year are super tight. Normally there's 3 games being played at a time is the way that it generally works, and maybe a 4th one could be starting as one of them ends, but that's even rare. Normally it's 3 games at a time is what's going on during this tournament. I know it always feels like there's a lot more, but it's usually about 3 at a time. And then there's usually a break around like 6 o'clock. And there is the break this year between 4 and 6. There's one 6:25 game, Liberty, Oklahoma State. It's definitely a different tournament, and I hope that this choosing of the days, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even without a game being played and with all the play-ins being played on Thursday, I hope that next year we go back to the old format. This is a change that, I'm happy that we're having a tournament. I'm not thrilled about this layout, and I'm also not thrilled about the NIT, the way that they did it. It's like, why didn't they do Tuesday, Wednesday, like they normally did, and do the playing games Tuesday, Wednesday? Well, I mean, we know why, because of the logistics, right, of having everything in Indianapolis, everything in the bubble, everything, I don't know. I don't get it. But I do think St. Mary sucks, and I'm not going to track that.
I like the Hilltoppers.
I think for me it's just a pure anti-St. Mary's play. That's what it is.
Well, I've seen a lot of Western Kentucky games this year.
I have my. Right.
Yeah, we'll see.
I had my book, right? My Lindy's, and I had my blue ribbon right from the beginning of the year. And you can go open right here to where it says St. Mary's. So Gonzaga, whatever. It said right here.
I'm usually a St.
It said
Mary's
right here.
fan.
See, look, I opened right to it because I looked right at it. St. Mary's sucks. It says it right there in the magazine. No, you don't see. This is something you don't see at St. Mary's often. No all WCC players returning. No double-figure scorers. Even only one player who logged more than 25 minutes a game, former walk-on Tommy Hughes, who keeps coming to answer at point guard. Only once before. See, this was a team that came into the season with nothing. So this is just being there, they're just happy to be there. They ain't going to be that happy when this game is over, but they're going to be happy to be there. So I think some things you got to go back to school. One of them. Anyways, we go to the NBA. Brian, you want to start us off with an NBA pick?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of meat on the bone in the NBA.
Yeah, I like it too. I don't love it.
I'm going to start off with the Indiana Pacers plus the 3.5. I know the betting numbers don't look like it currently, but I think by the time this tips off, it'll be very heavy Brooklyn Nets action. Pacers have been dreadful lately, but I love a good dog at home, and Nets are 4-10 last 14 against the spread versus the Indiana Pacers. Pacers just seem to be one of those teams that gives them trouble. So I think the Pacers have a good chance to win outright tonight, but I'm going to take the points.
Rod, what do you got?
For me, I'm going to take the Wizards over the Sacramento Kings. The Kings are 0-8 in their last 8 off of 1 day of rest. They can't even win a game. 1-8 their last 9 as a dog. Give me the Wizards in this one.
Yeah, I think that Wizards-Kings game is one of those games that I said on my video is like, you don't really even need to look at the trends for the Kings because we know the only games that they've won recently, they beat the Lakers when LeBron sat, and then they beat the Rockets, right? So they've been terrible. So anything you look at on a trends perspective is going to be is not even worth looking at. And the Wizards, they haven't been too good either since the break. But Beal was out, so we have to give them a little bit of forgiveness. I give out the over in this one in the video.
I like that too.
Yeah,
the over. They scored 259 the last time they played.
We have the 29th ranked defense facing off against the 30th ranked defense. So,
line dropper now. I mean, I see 2.5 now with the Wizards.
Which is weird considering the betting pattern that I saw earlier. But the thing is that because of the timing of the show and the way the books open and stuff, the lines actually moved during the show, so it makes it a little bit tougher. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what. Oh yeah, that's what they're saying. Even with 46% of the bets here on the Wizards and 82% of the money, the line is still dropping. That's a bad sign.
I think the Kings are a lot like the Pelicans. They just haven't put it together.
Well, the Pelicans just are a couple players short, of putting it together. What do you got for another pick here, Brian?
I'll tell you what. I'll take the Cleveland Cavaliers plus the 8.5 against Boston. I had the Celtics last night as it wasn't a premium, but I had them bet. It really let me down. I thought they were going to show up yesterday, but I just think this is too many points for a bad Cleveland team at home. I think Boston will be a little bit disinterested. I think they keep it within 5-6 total. It's a max win for Boston.
Boston's at 20-19 now on the season, so if they lose here, they drop to 500 in the Eastern Conference, and you'll basically be kissing any home games in the playoffs goodbye at that point. Any home series. So I think Boston has a lot to play for. This is a must-win game for them. Must win.
Are they going to win by 10?
I think they're going to win by 30. Rod,
Oh,
Cleveland's been terrible.
Yeah, I think so. I like the Celtics to come in angry.
St.
and
Patrick's Day.
Kick the
This
crap.
is their day.
Yeah, that's St.
This is
Patrick's
their
Day.
day.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Those guys don't care at St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah? Look at the Celtics scores from St. Patrick's Day in the past 25, 30 years, and you tell me that. That's why it's always called the St. Patrick's Day Massacre, the St. Patrick's Day Beatdown, the St. Patrick's Day, whatever. I bet you they're about 27-0. Kind of like the day I bet against LeBron. It's his birthday. Yeah. I don't care. Oh, yeah, he just scored about 600 on you. Nice. What else we got?
I like the Heat over Memphis. Memphis losing Jaren Jackson Jr. has been tough on them. It's kind of they've just struggled without him. So with him not in there, I'm gonna take the Heat. The Heat have looked really good, starting to get things rolling. Give me the Heat over the Memphis Grizzlies.
There might be some news on this game because Memphis is now favored by a point in most books. So this thing is shot from -2 for the Heat to +1 for the Heat. So 3-point line move usually means someone's not playing. We'll have to take a look at that one, especially if it's someone like Jimmy Butler, because he's a 3-point guy.
What's the line currently at now?
Memphis -1 went from Miami.
Ooh.
Miami -2.5 to Memphis -1.
I'm liking my bet this morning, then.
As opposed to when you made it.
Well, hey,
I like my bet now.
If you made the bet at +2 and you see it's at -1, that's not a bad thing. So.
Oh, I don't know, man. I'll tell you what. I can't tell you how many times I've been at the window and the lines moved the other direction. I've just continued to bet the thing. If I'm on one side, and I don't care if the lines. It's like if I loved it at -7, I'll love it at -6.
How crappy is it in baseball when you bet and you don't use the starting pitcher option and then the guy gets pulled?
Oh yeah. Oh, how about in baseball? These are the worst thing. The worst 3 things that happen in baseball. We could do a whole show on the worst things that happen in baseball. How about when the guy comes out, does his warm-up pitches, throws one pitch because he gets the start, and then they pull him. And that happens. It happens a lot more often than you think, right? The guy makes it 1 inning, pulls the toe muscle. It's like they take him out. In baseball, the guys, man, it's like a small blister. Man, they're out of there. And early in the season, you get a ton of those. And then, you have that. Then there's the reliever that comes in with the 2-run lead. You got the run line. He gives up the 2-out home run, solo shot, and they win by a run. I think that congratulating the reliever that comes in with a 4-run lead and leaves and they win the game by 1, and then they all congratulate him after the game. He gets all the high fives after the game. It's like that's like congratulating the guy who misses the free throw. I just don't even understand it. I don't get it. Anyways, let's get back to some NBA action. So I like the Heat there too, but I think I'm gonna check the news and see what the heck's going on. I haven't bet it yet.
I looked. I don't see anything. There's nobody. Nobody says anybody's
Well, that's
out.
even
Nobody's
worse.
in red. Nobody's.
That to me, that's even worse. When you see the line drop, right? That one might scare me off the Heat. I might have gotten Bitlered on that one.
Sharps know something. Don't worry about that.
You got anything else here in NBA, Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to take another flyer with the Dallas Mavericks plus the points against the Clippers. I got burnt the other day on that one. I don't think the Mavs want to lose 2 straight games to the Clippers. Clippers are a better team, but we've seen them not show up in spots, and I just think this game will mean more to Dallas. So I'm going to take the +2 and the Mavs. I think they get the win here, but I'm going to take the points for safety.
So Jimmy Butler's hurt but could play.
He could play.
Yes.
What could happen is Valanciunas could have a huge game. He could go off in that game. He played with that Adebayo at in Toronto. He might step up and have a big game and steal all the rebounds.
Anything else?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Rogers.
Go ahead, Roger.
For me, I like the Charlotte Hornets. Give me Charlotte plus the 6.5 at Denver. Scrappy bunch, 7-3 their last 10. 10-8 against the number on the road. Denver's only 7-11 at home against the number. Only 5-5 against the number. Denver probably wins this, but Charlotte scrappy bunch. They're always right there down in the last possession at the end of these games. I like Charlotte plus the points. Too many points.
A red furry being is what the Western Kentucky mascot is.
Isn't it a towel? It's like I thought it was a red towel, like a gripping a red towel of some sort, like a crazy red towel or something like that.
I like the Hornets too. They're one of my teams. Small market, big money. Yeah, Bradley's been out forever. It's kind of like saying Aldridge isn't playing. Speaking of which, I like the Spurs against the Bulls. The Bulls came up big last night, but I don't think they come up big 2 nights in a row. Stringing together wins isn't something that the Bulls do too well. And getting beaten down on the road isn't something that the Spurs do too often either. So I think we got a good reverse thing there. Man. Let's see. What else do I have for NBA? This new format, I'm still kind of getting used to it. I don't know if I like it too much.
Yeah, I gotta say I like the old format better because
it's just easier, right? We kind of
because it seems like I just go all around.
There's
the
better
board,
flow, right? There's better flow, Yeah, I mean, if we're starting at 10, I think we could do it. And the people that don't like it, too bad. How about that?
We'll just try not to go off.
How about the world, Brian, on the Brooklyn Nets tonight? The world.
Well, I think by the time the game tips off, you will see a ton of Brooklyn.
There is a ton of Brooklyn. But the line's
but the bets are close to 50-50 now. But I think
the line, 95% of the money on the Brooklyn Nets, and the line has dropped from 3.5 to 3. I have the Nets, I believe, in my free pick video. I'm going to switch. I'm going to take the Pacers, man.
Yeah, I think the Pacers are worth a shot here.
Definitely. Money line. 95% of the money, and the line has dropped to half a point. Someone knows something. And it's like the LeVert angle. LeVert's first home game as a Pacer, and he's playing against the Nets, his old team. Yeah, it's threes across the board, too. It's not like a 3 here and there. It's threes across the board. all that
This
pressure.
morning I got 3.5 on that one.
That's 3 now. All right, we go to NHL. We'll just do it the old format since we're here.
I like the old format.
Ottawa, Vancouver, Rangers, Flyers, Jets, Jets in their 68th game consecutively against the Canadiens. Rod, any of these three?
The first three I like. I like the Canucks. Give me the Canucks. They just beat Ottawa. I also like the under in that game. Canucks have been playing good hockey, and Ottawa's offense just. I know Vancouver's defense isn't the greatest, but Ottawa doesn't have the offense to even beat Vancouver's defense. So give me the Canucks in that one. And I'm gonna go back. I like the Flyers. Flyers are a better team on the road. Rangers just not so good at home this year. So give me the Flyers, win that one. And I like the Jets to bounce back. Montreal got the win that last game, but they got the win because it was Carey Price's 700th NHL game or something crazy. He gets an award, yay, for nothing. Or amount of time being in the game anyway, so that's why Montreal got the win. And Montreal is 0-6 this year following a win, so give me the Jets.
How about you, Brian?
Yeah, on that group of Jets games, I agree with Rod. I like the Flyers over the Rangers. I think they put together another win. They're just a flat-out better team. They had a little rough patch, but I think you're going to start to see the Flyers win a bunch of games in a row. I'm going to take Montreal over the Jets. I think they can get 2 straight wins against this Winnipeg team. Montreal's record might not be as good as Winnipeg's, but I think Montreal has the better squad. And the number's kind of light here, minus 113. I'll go with the Canadiens here to get a W.
Go to the next round of games. I get so many emails pitching me. I just got probably the dumbest idea I've ever gotten. It's like I'm in shock by how pathetic this is. It's like it should have started off. It's like we know you're really stupid. It's like, I mean, you're kidding, right? Calgary versus Edmonton, Vegas versus San Jose, and the Kings versus St. Louis.
For me, I'm going to take the Oilers. The Oilers are 5-1 in their last 6 games of a third game and 4-night situation. And Calgary got the last win. And these Battle of Albertas are always close. It was a 4-3 win. Came right down to the wire again. But the Oilers get the victory in this one. Connor McDavid plays lights out. I think you think Connor McDavid to get a goal.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with the Calgary Flames here. I think they're the second best team in the North. They won 3 straight games. I think you're going to see the Flames start to separate themselves from the rest of the North. I think they take out Edmonton tonight.
That's it for you guys?
Yeah.
That was short and boring. All right. Let's get to the parlay. Let's get to the parlay section. Rod, what do you got?
For me, I'm going to take the Wizards over. I'm going to take the Canucks money line, Flyers money line. Parlay that up.
Brian?
I'm going to take the Dallas Mavericks money line, the Indiana Pacers money line, and the Cleveland Cavaliers plus the points.
I'm going to go with the Spurs, the 76ers, and the Hornets. That's my 3-team parlay. Spurs, 76ers, Hornets, all points. Anyways, this is Mitch. Rod, thanks for joining us for Rod and Brian. And, of course, we'll be releasing our premium YouTube picks in just a moment. We appreciate all of you. Thanks,
everyone. We forgot to go over our packages today.
We did? I thought you said you had your Terrorizer or whatever it was called.
That was just for college basketball, right?
Oh, okay.
That was our overall.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and pitch.
Oh, I don't want. I got my Elite Info basketball 3-pack. You get 2 NBA, 1 college basketball, $40 at pickdogs.com. Make sure you check out all of our guys' tournament passes. Mine is $200. You want to pick that up. 55% over the last 4 years in college basketball. I'm going to continue that run today. So check it out.
And for me, I got a Wednesday 5-pack. I have 3 NBA, 1 hockey, 1 college basketball. You can get it all together in 5-pack over at Pick Dogs Premium, $34.95. Or if you just want NBA, I put an NBA 3-pack together. You can get that over at Pick Dogs Premium. Or, like we said, grab that pass. March Madness is here.
All right. I have a 2+1 NBA and college hoops 3-pack. And I have my March Madness package available for just another couple days. $225. You get all of the college basketball action from now until they cut down the nets. Thanks everyone for joining us. And it felt really choppy today, the show. I'll admit it. You know, some days are great, some days it just feels a little choppy. I think today felt a little choppy, right? Anyways, we'll figure it out. We always do. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day, and those of you that are premium members, I'll have those picks posted in just a moment.